Look, there they are. Give them the hello, hi there. Hello! Now this is actually a sculpture called Blades of Grass. And whenever they build a building that utilizes some of the public's money, they have to build some art. It's one of the rules. We're going to see a lot of cool art around the city today. Woo! Now, has anybody been inside this wacky looking building here? Man, it looks like it's melting or something. Have you been in there?
No.
That is the EMP, Experience Music Project. It's supposed to look like Jimi Hendrix smashed and burning guitar at the end of one of his 60s rock concerts. Do you see the resemblance? Well, sort of, you know, but again, if you're from the 60s, you know, if you remember, well, actually, it's one of those things where if you were in the 60s, you probably wouldn't remember anyway. So how about a little Jimi Hendrix song? Here we go.
Okay.
My brain.
I want more again.
I don't know why. Come on, everybody. Excuse me while I kiss the sky. Excuse me while I kiss the sky. Woo, woo, woo. So the architect of this building, Frank Gehry, is kind of a genius. No two metal plates on the surface of the building are the same size. Can you imagine the computers that do all those calculations? Man, that's pretty intense, right? Well, he got a little help from Paul Allen, you know, that Microsoft billionaire dude. Paul's a huge fan of Jimi Hendrix. He came up with $240 million to build that building. Man, you know, it takes me 3 years to make that kind of money driving on the ducks. Yeah, well, ladies, I'm afraid I'm married. But I'll tell you, for a 50, I can get you Paul's cell number. So inside here, you know, you can make a rock video, sing, play guitar, play keyboards, watch yourself perform in the video that you make. They'll email it to you. You can watch yourself perform at home. If you don't know how to sing or dance, just jump around like Milli Vanilli. They've also got a horror exhibit featuring like Jason and Freddy. There's a fantasy exhibit featuring the wizard, the lion from Wizard of Oz. There's enough Lego blocks to build a tower to the moon. And they also have science fiction like Captain Kirk's chair from Star Trek. So raise your fists and I'll teach you an exercise. Under that roof you can block, you can rock, you can spark, you can shock, and you can cast a spell. All under the same roof. Now in 1962 we had a visitor from Tennessee and he did a movie called That Happened at the World's Fair. Who are we talking about? Elvis was on the red monorail. Everybody was chasing him on the blue monorail. Sing along. Well, bless my soul, what's wrong with me? I'm itching like a man on a fuzzy tree. My friend said, "Ooh, why does the bug got me in love? I'm all shook up. Ooh, yeah. The Space Needle rocks and the monorail rolls." That was the trailer to the Elvis movie. The Space Needle is 605 feet tall. If you're not familiar with feet, that's 18,453 Legos. To the left of the Space Needle is Dale Chihuly's museum. There's a yellow and a red bouquet of glass out there. He's a world-renowned artist that works with glass. Over on the left, Grey's Anatomy's fans. Does not look like Seattle Grace Hospital. Every morning there's 8 or 9 ladies running around looking for McDreamy. I guess they don't realize he's from LA. That's where they do most of the shows down there. Cool off. Don't forget to visit the International Peace Fountain. The water jets in the fountain shoot up 150 feet in the air. There's a surround sound music speaker system around it. It's synchronized to the water flow. Definitely a beautiful place to visit. The kids will have a blast. Over here, Pacific Science Center, they got 2 60-foot tall IMAX movie theaters. I got to see The Hobbit in 3D on New Year's Eve, and then came out to watch the fireworks at the Space Needle.
She blinded me with science.
The current exhibition they currently have is about featuring spying, how you spy, you know, recording technology and video technology, all that kind of wild stuff for spying. Now, my favorite exhibit at the Science Center is the butterfly display. You know, I sat there for 10 minutes waiting. Yeah, I'm that kooky. But I figured out what I did wrong. I was sitting in the cafeteria. So here's what I learned. If you wear colorful clothing, and if you go into the rainforest in there, the butterflies will all try to land on you. And if they like you, they'll try to ornament you. Coochie, coochie, coochie. That can be kind of fun. Hang on, but you better keep your mouth closed because they're really sour, especially the green ones and the purple ones. Now ahead is a body of water. That is Elliott Bay. And across there's a piece of land called West Seattle. In 1851, the first non-native settlers came up on a ship from Oregon. They settled over there, but it was kind of windy and wavy. Most of those guys, well, and also there wasn't much water. Most of them ended up east by the mouth of the Duwamish River, and they named their city Duwams. Later they found out that means stinky water. So they got the new name from the chief of the tribe. His name was Sial in the Lushosi language, but nobody could pronounce his name. When they saw how it was spelled, everybody would call him Seattle. That's how we got the name of the city, like a mispronunciation. And it's actually a good thing that we don't say the chief's name, because in the Lushosi tradition, it's very impolite and disrespectful to say the name of the deceased. So he ended up with a good deal. So we're going to cruise down to the harbor. You know, I think I just saw the whales dive down under the water. Everybody cover your ears. Let's see if we can hear the whales singing with a duck sonar. Isn't it beautiful? It's the orcas. Nature on the duck. It must be mating season. All right, I'll admit it. You know, we don't get orca whales in Elliott Bay very often. But if you go up to Whidbey Island, you might see them right off the beach. Orca whales and gray whales. In fact, sometimes there's also the gray whales off of Gedney Island over by Everett, right? By this way. Now this is a quick decision I got to make. Do we wait for the train or do we head to see the first Starbucks? I'm going to try and take the left. Let's go to the first Starbucks! See how long is the Olympic Sculpture Park, that little tree? That's the best place to sit under a lightning storm. You can walk through the Sculpture Park for free down to Myrtle Edwards and watch the cruise ships. 200 ships and 1 million passengers are going to be cruising through to Alaska, the land of the midnight sun. And probably a good idea that we don't wait for the train, because it looks like it's a freight train. It could be 10 minutes. But we got traffic either way. We'll have to battle our way through. How about the theme from Love Boat?